there! Today we're diving into a fascinating concept that might just revolutionize hydroelectricity. Imagine this, underwater turbines generating power in the St. Lawrence River near Montreal's old port. It's an idea that's making waves, and I'm here to break it down for you. Now, you might be wondering, is this a game changer or just a drop in the ocean? Let's find out! So, ARECOR Energy is bringing back this innovative concept with a twist. They've redesigned these underwater turbines, and Hydro-Québec is keen to buy the electricity if all goes well. But here's the big question. Can these riverbed-anchored turbines make a significant impact in a province already brimming with hydroelectric dams? It's a real head-scratcher. ARECOR's plan involves installing 9 of these hydrokinetic turbines in 2 phases. Their CEO, Ahmad Hamad, envisions a powerful setup with each turbine packing a punch of half a megawatt. Get this. They claim one turbine could power around 250 homes. That's a lot of tea kettles boiling. But with a price tag of $84 million, it's a substantial investment. Now, Hydro-Québec is on board, but with a catch. They'll buy the electricity from the first 2 turbines, but only if ARECOR gets all the permits and everything checks out. It's like a conditional thumbs up. These turbines work like wind turbines, but with water as the driving force. As the St. Lawrence current flows, it spins the blades, generating electricity. And here's the cool part. No dams needed. Unlike traditional hydroelectricity, this method doesn't require flooding land or blocking the entire river. ARECOR believes this steady flow provides more consistent power than wind or solar, which are at the mercy of Mother Nature. But here's where it gets interesting. This isn't the first time someone's tried this. Back in 2010, ARECOR Hydro, led by the same Ahmad Hamad, installed a similar turbine at the same spot. It operated for 4 years, providing valuable data. But then, ARECOR Hydro hit some rough waters and filed for bankruptcy in 2014. ARECOR's new turbines have a clever upgrade, magnetic bearings. This reduces friction and the need for oil lubrication, making underwater repairs less frequent and costly. It's like they've learned from past challenges. However, there are skeptics. Jean-Pierre Finet, an environmental analyst, questions the economic viability of such projects beyond small-scale demonstrations. He argues that underwater maintenance can be a pricey affair, especially with mud and debris causing potential issues. And with Quebec already having a massive 40,000 megawatts of generating capacity, Finet sees hydrokinetic power as a minor player. But Hamad has a different vision. He believes this project could be a gateway to similar installations in Quebec, Western Canada, and even the US. It's a pilot that could spark a revolution. Now, one concern that might float to the surface is the impact on fish. Regulators will scrutinize this, as Finet highlights the potential disorientation of aquatic life. However, Hamad counters this with studies showing a negligible 0.3% probability of affecting fish. It's a delicate balance between innovation and environmental impact. Montreal's mayor, Soraya Martinez-Ferrada, remains neutral, raising valid questions about the project's logistics and necessity. It's not a top priority for her administration. As ARECOR navigates the permit renewal process, the debate intensifies. Will Quebec embrace this dam-free hydropower? Only time will tell. Personally, I think this is a captivating concept. It's a unique approach to renewable energy, but it comes with its own set of challenges. What do you think? Is this the future of hydroelectricity or a passing current in the river of innovation? Let me know in the comments.